Hey, Rocket City RVer here. Going to talk to you tonight about what we're going to do tomorrow and some additional challenges we've run into. Fortunately, these have nothing to do with the appliances, but they're equally as difficult. So on the right here, you'll see this is the original pantry that's in the lower cabinet in my RV. I'll talk about the one on the left in just a minute, but this original pantry on the right, I tried to paint this. I actually put some Zinsser Bullseye 123 primer on it, and as you can see, it comes right off. That's been there for at least 7 days. So that laminate material, it's an MDF material that's covered in a laminate and will not accept paint very well. So what do? Well, we rebuilt the cabinet. We made an entirely new cabinet out of poplar, and that's where we're going with. It's not going to be painted at all. It's going to be left natural, which looks pretty good. So the front fascias of these cabinets are actually made out of solid wood. They're not laminate, and it does accept the primer pretty good. And this front fascia has already been assembled back to the little pantry, and that's how it's going to go. Well, we're not going to paint it white either. And the reason is because there's a portion of the cabinets inside that are going to need to be painted also, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So let's get inside and I'll talk about that. So, change of plans. That's what happens sometimes. So, given the fact we can't paint this laminate with what we intended to paint it, which is white, and do like a farmhouse finish on it, what I've done is I've done quite a bit of research, and I've determined that there is a paint, it's called Beyond Paint, that will stick to this laminate. They say it will stick just by cleaning it with a degreaser, but I have actually sanded and scrubbed and degreased this laminate, and if it doesn't stick to it now, I'm not sure what will. So the cabinet around the refrigerator, the cabinet over the microwave, and the lower cabinet around the dishwasher are now going to be painted with Beyond Paint. It's going to be a color called licorice, which is black, and it should match a lot of the other black trim that's in the camper, as well as the black trim around the refrigerator, which is not on there, but it will be. And the black that's in the backsplash, it should look really good. And the black in the background with all the stainless steel should look really good. I think it will. It's going to be a matte black. It's not flat, it's matte. So also what I've done, based on some discovery of my own, I have added this little Belkin surge suppressor where the dishwasher will plug in. What that will do, don't know. Probably won't help me anything, but it'll give me a little peace of mind to sort of protect an $800 dishwasher, even though I have a surge suppressor for the whole camper. But I'm going to put that in there anyway. It's easy enough to remove if it doesn't fit or has a problem. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get started assembling. We already have the parts built for the lower cabinet fascia. We're going to assemble that tomorrow. We're going to add the mounting points for the top cabinet fascia and put in some new trim. That's another point I missed. The trim that we were using was made out of this laminate material, and it was very difficult to paint, having the same issues I showed you outside. So we actually made brand new trim, routed it out, and matched it just like this trim right here. But we actually made brand new trim out of poplar, and so that's what's going to be up here, and painted with the same Beyond Paint material. So that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can wrap this project up in the next 2 weeks. Assuming we don't have any major problems, I think we can, and I'm looking forward to it. When I get done with this project, I have a before picture, so I'm going to show you a before and after, and then we'll go from there. Have a good night. This is Rocket City RVer. Hey, Rocket City RVer here again. I just wanted to add a little bit to my last video just to show you the type of engineering that requires to make all this happen. This particular drawing right here is a picture of the front fascia for the lower cabinet in my RV. This particular drawing here took probably 3 to 4 hours to come up with. It's more than just wood. There is a lot of considerations that go into something like this to make everything fit and have clearances, proper clearances, and this was a lot of work right here. This took me a long time, and I beat my head against the wall a couple times. And then, you think a drawer is easy. A drawer is not easy when you're having to resize a drawer. That front fascia has got a drawer in it. It's right here. Well, the drawer that was originally in the front fascia that was down here, and it was much bigger. So that drawer had to be smaller. But it had to be smaller to fit into the opening that was there, right? So there's a bit of re-engineering for both the front fascia to put the dishwasher here, the drawer here, and then the drawer itself had to be resized and re-engineered to fit in the opening. So there's a lot more to this project than meets the eye. Alright, this is Rocket City RVer. Have a good night.